Okay, I clicked the go button. Looks like we are starting the stream health. Alright, and now we are rolling. What's up? Hi. Here we are. Cool. I don't know if anyone's gonna come to hang out. Doesn't really matter to me one way or the other. I haven't done one of these in a while. We haven't hung out. It's been some time. So I'm gonna try to bop around with a little bit of Python code. Hang out. We'll see if anyone shows up. If not, whatever. I'm getting a bunch of text messages. I don't know what the heck's going on. I felt bad at one point to, oh jeez. I felt bad about one point answering text messages or like getting other messages while I'm supposed to be streaming, but then someone in the chat was like, dude, it doesn't matter, you're like living your life right now, you're doing your friggin' thing. Who cares? So, that made me feel better. Yeah. So, migrations. What I'm doing is I'm going through with, I don't need that in Sublime, but I guess it's fine to do it in Sublime. I'm going to open it anyway. Hello, everyone. Holy cow, now there are people here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Eric. Welcome, Christian, Eric, Yo-Yo, Best Moments. Some of these I don't feel like I can pronounce, but welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming to hang out. So I'm trying to migrate some of the Katana units that were in a previous rendition of the Katana, which is a project I've been working on to try and automate solving capture the flag challenges that are pretty simple, pretty trivial. And what I wanted to do is have something that would automatically, given a flag format, try and carve through the data, rip stuff out, and potentially find a flag. So I wrote a lot of cool units for it that do interesting things, but we actually put them in a different framework now. So everything that we'd written before now is kind of set up with a different kind of code base. Now I'm trying to migrate all of those units back to this new framework. So we'll see how that looks and works. I'm going to try to focus. I'm going to try to like actually get work done. But you guys are all saying hello and butter me up over in the chat. So thanks for that. I appreciate you guys coming to hang. Let's see what we're doing. Let's go ahead. What the unit that I want to work on, I guess we can try and work on, is Ook, which is an esoteric language. So right now I know I need to get the esoteric units done. A few other Stego ones. I think StegSolve needs to be in there. That would be fun to do. And some other web stuff still needs to be put in place. I put a few of them in. So what framework was before and what are you using now? It's still all in Python. We have a... Caleb, my roommate, is kind of the other individual that has helped author this with me. He wrote basically the entire framework, and I wrote a lot of the units, or the little command workers that go ahead and actually accomplish a task. So let's start up some of that code. I have this Katana directory that is the real GitHub where everything's in, and I also have Katana 2, which is that old framework. So I'm going to try and showcase both of these, and what I've been doing is I've been putting the code side by side to actually work with the migration portion. Let's go into esoteric. Let's see if we can get ook to work. Subble ook.py. We have a translation table previously. Oh, how come this is... Okay, this just inherits straight from brainfuck, because I guess ook is literally just a translation to brainfuck. And a lot of this argument parsing stuff we don't use anymore. The constructor doesn't need this anymore, nor do we need to... Oh, it's trying ook regex? As it looks for some of it already. Okay, let's see if we can mess with that. I think there was one hack-the-box machine that used ook, right? If I search for hack-the-box, write up ook, esoteric language. Am I going to get bad spoilers for the internet? It's Frolic. Frolic's retired, right? Yeah. So it had an ook page somewhere. Yeah, this guy. We had this text that was, in fact, translated to ook, which is an esoteric language, right? Oh, it looks like the online interpreter decode.fr can just handle that for us. Let's go ahead and save this as a temporary file so I can work with it. call it temp ook. Paste all that in there. And let's go check out that decode FR thing, because it can handle just that. Whoa! I don't need that French one. Let's go to this guy. Paste that in to execute it, and okay, so that would execute just fine. So it's executing just simply off of the punctuation marks, or the periods, or the exclamation points, etc., etc. If that didn't have the spaces, would that work just as well? I replaced them all with quotation marks, which I didn't want to do. Go ahead and execute that. Okay, yeah, that still totally understands it. So let's make sure that our code does that exact same thing. I'm going to go into the units directory in the esoteric folder, and these are some of the units that I've tried to move over. Cow doesn't work yet. I need to fix that. Brainfuck so far has been acting just fine, so I dig that. Let's go ahead and start on ook, ook.py. So we could actually, as poopy as this is, we could go ahead and use brainfuck as a template, or some place to start, at least. So on the left, I have the current framework. On the right, I have the old framework. So let's try to kind of carve up some of this stuff. We don't need any brainfuck anymore, although we might, actually, because that evaluate... did we use this function? Yeah, because we translate it completely back to evaluate brainfuck. Hello, everyone. All the people that are saying hi. I'm sorry, I'm just talking to myself in front of my computer. That's kind of what I do. It's kind of what I do on the internet for some reason. Trace back, not applicable. We include not English unit. We don't use that whatsoever. We should not need not English unit in that old code. Yeah, that's literally... Oh, wait. Seriously? Does not English unit refer to text? Or is ook an English word? Where is not English unit defined? That's over in unit. Like the actual constructor for unit. That's... Oh, because I'm in the old framework. Completely useless. Thank you. Let's go to the current framework. And not English unit determines if the target is English. Okay, so now I have to go to the target definition, which is in target.py. So let's go to... My phone is still buzzing. People on Discord yelling at me. Oh goodness, Nightwolf, you're the man. Thanks for shouting me out. I appreciate that. Oh, hey Soul, how's it going? Hello everyone. You guys did not have to come hang out. You honestly shouldn't have. So we have an is English. We have an is English property that we set based off of is English words, all words minus dictionary threshold. So we check that by Python black. Black is the Python like linter that I use. It'll automatically like make things pretty and as close to Pep 8 standard as I think black wants to, or just what's pretty, and that works interestingly well. So word and word list, dictionary check, word, decode, all that. Okay. So the unit by default has to be not English, and that is done with the enchant library. So if I import enchant, I have enchant.dict, right? And let's make that a dictionary in all capital letters because that's what our code uses. Let's use dictionary.check, and the string is normally ook. And that's not a word. Okay, ook exclamation point, ook question mark. How about any just an exclamation point or a question mark? That is not English, theoretically. But ook, hello, this is a thing. Is this all for just words? Maybe this is just using it for words thing. Yeah, okay. So if I had a string, str, let's just call that string because str is kind of a built-in keyword. This is a sentence. Ook. Good, good. So for x in string, we can go ahead and, check what that dictionary says each word is. Let's just go ahead and dictionary check x, and let's go ahead and print out the value of x with that. So, oh goodness, that's doing that for we should split that up, my bad. For x in string dot split, And now let's print each of those. This true is a sentence, true, etc., etc. So ook is false. But everything else might pass. So the issue with using this as criteria to match whether or not we want to run the ook unit or actually try and transform the given data to ook is that potentially we don't have all not English words. Like, what if that sentence goes ahead and determines, hey, the data that we're given actually has English characters and English letters and English words. Problem is, ook data is in there somewhere. That's kind of hard to put together. We do a little test here. We have a greater than 2. Oh, so we check for words that are larger than 2 characters. And then we determine them. And we have a dictionary threshold. We determine if there's more than... What's that value of dictionary threshold? 1. So we need to have English words present, and we need to have more than 1 English word for it to be considered English, right? Will this happen if we use it for Katana in the ook module? Let's try and find out. Normally, you'll probably just get ook in itself. So let's just kind of start to see where these take us if we go ahead and evaluate these. So we don't need any of these functions because those are left over from brainfuck. I don't want to keep this brainfuck function in here to actually evaluate it. I think I can go ahead and import it. It's kind of janky, but it should still work. Let's see. Ook. Let's go ahead and create these patterns. We need RE to be able to use that, regular expressions. And then our translate table is kind of what each of these arguments might make up the actual ook language in their syntax and how they translate to brainfuck, because all ook really is at its core is just a mapping for the brainfuck language, another esoteric language. They don't even use base unit here. We use not English unit. This is a problem, right, because of exactly what I just talked about, where in some cases you may or may not trigger on this. Like I said, if we had, this is a full English sentence with tons of spelling errors and bad typos. And then at the end we had ook syntax in there. Katana, without knowing to zoom in on this, might not trigger it. Although, because we're evaluating this by line, maybe strings could catch that and send it along. Again, we don't know. This is kind of the dilemma when we're trying to develop some of this stuff, is that we're literally trying to see the future that is completely unknown. Like, do we need to run a crypto unit if we're given some random text? Maybe the random text you just gave it is a URL, and there's literally no reason to run Caesar on it, or rot13, or enumerate all potential Caesar 255 iterations on literally a URL that you just use to access a web challenge. That's hard to determine in some cases. So, whatever. Enough of me talking. Let's see if I can actually translate this unit. We have this evaluate ook function. These are already being processed in as bytes. That's good. That's kind of what we need for the actual Python 3 implementation, which is what we're using, because Python 2 is dead. I shouldn't sound so happy about that. It's so weird to say, like, X is dead. Hooray! So code that's passed in so far is being evaluated with a string variable. That's not cool. We also are stripping out each of these new line characters, removing new line characters, and spaces. I don't know how well that will work, because now that we read in a target, we read it in 2 ways. You have target.raw, which is a IO buffered reader. Or, excuse me, target.raw is a memory mapped object. It's mmap. And target.stream is an IO.buffer reader. So there are 2. We have target raw and target stream. Each of them are not particularly just a plain string that you could use or bytes, because, well, for one thing, you could be reading an entire giant file. So if you were to just run like, oh, stream.read, Now, okay, how much memory are we going to use to take up a 2 gig file or a zip archive that has however many levels of recursion in? That's just stupid and it sucks. So, yeah. We don't need to put the this commented code is still within the constructor of brainfuck. Let's go ahead and remove that because that constructor doesn't do anything. Die. How am I doing? Am I doing a good job at not listening to the people in the chat? Oh, Black Note needs to be a moderator. Add moderator. I did it! Okay, good. Okay. Everyone's saying like, "Oh, I'm going to learn so much." No, I'm just goofing off. We're hanging out. So Ook probably doesn't need this. Well, Ook does need this constructor because we use it in the old framework. But we do disgusting things with it. We try to do exactly what I just said we should never do by reading the entire stream. We don't want that. We don't. What is this? What does this line do? Keywords is equal to none. Keywords suddenly becomes a square brace. That there's no reason to use this. Those are the 3 entries. That variable is only used 3 times to check if it's the default value and then set it to an empty array for no reason. Okay, we don't need that. That's for sure. This old brainfuck code can go away. We should try and match whether or not we can read things out of this. The problem is, can our ook regex compiled object actually determine what target.raw might have in it? So let's go ahead and print out self.matches before we even do anything. And then let's make this not happen right now. So let's just turn off the functionality of this unit. Just make sure we can read in and track down potential ook syntax within a unit, right? Or within a target. Evaluate ook. That function might die. So I guess we'll just disgustingly patchwork comment that out as well. Okay. So this is the terminal that I'm using that has my virtual environment activated in. So I'm going to actually make another terminal over here that I can open files in and work with. But this is the one that I actually want to run Katana with. So let's fire up Katana. Let's use tac force so we remove the results directory. Let's specify a flag format. Can I just encode? Excuse me, encode. Wow. Can I encode some ook for me? Let's go ahead and say test anything. This is an ook flag. Flaff. I wrote flaff. Encrypt. Okay, so now we have a lot of ook. Like a lot of ook. Okay. I've said ook a lot in this stream. Do you ever say a word so often that it like becomes meaningless in your mind? Like apple. Why would you say that repeatedly in life? There's no reason. Temp ook. So now I've replaced that entire file with our new ook proper syntax. Okay. Then we can test it later with removing the word ook and just using the punctuation characters, and maybe that'll be good. Maybe that'll be fun. We don't need to remove that yet. Now let's go ahead and run it. So let's run tag flag format of test with a regular expression, anything within the curly braces, and let's run it on temp ook. Blah, base unit is not defined. Okay, we already have errors of things that I forgot and totally messed up. We want to run this with a not English unit. Let's run that now. Okay, we're recursing on this for stupid reasons. I mean, that's kind of the functionality of Katana to begin with. Let's stop that and try it again. Try and catch it right in time. Oh gosh! Okay. So we are. Oh, you know what? Why does Binwalk not have shutil? That's stupid. Sorry, gonna randomly fix bugs. Open up Binwalk. This needs to have shutil because there's no reason for you to not be able to do file operations when you're trying to carve out files. You stupid program that I wrote. Let's actually make sure we're using just the ook unit on this. And, okay, so now we have ook with the actual group that it matched, ook as the word that followed it, and the byte character that we're working with, right? So we've split this up, and now we can go ahead and check if this is actually what we want it to be, which it probably isn't, as soon as I finish reading my text message. Okay. I get emails and notifications that are like, now live on your channel. Yeah, me. It's my channel. Sorry, people who are asking, like, WTF is happening. I am working on migrating some of the units that were written for my pet project, Katana, and I'm trying to migrate them into the new framework that we have kind of written. So some of the syntax for the little worker bees, actual processes and subroutines that need to be called, are not what they used to be. So I'm trying to migrate them. Okay, so we found everything. We can say if that's none, or if it's empty, if an empty list, then we'll just say we're not applicable. We can't run this unit in this case. That'll stop me from running stupid things, like if I tried to run this on etc password or anything obviously that did not have a target or any reason to run ook. Obviously, there's no ook syntax in the etc password file, so that it won't just won't do that. That works. It knows, hey, we haven't got any matches, so let's not bother with this. So if I were to try that on etc password, and literally as my target, you probably can't see that because my stupid face is in the way. It just won't run. It won't try it. So now that we have that find constructor test to be able to turn it, we should actually be able to run ook. Hopefully, we need to go ahead and create this evaluate ook function. And we need to do it with blah, blah, blah. We could do it with a string because we just found everything with regex. That might work. We could use that. So else, the string we're going to end up getting, whether or not we actually have exclamation points in it, is... Do you guys see what I'm saying? Obviously not, because I don't know what I'm saying. The very, very last entry in all of these elements is the byte that we're working with. Whether or not it's a period, whether or not it's a exclamation point or a question mark. So if I concatenate all those together, well, then maybe very, very well we have... I got a Slack notification. Okay, that's just people being stupid. And totally destroyed my train of thought. Let's take that very last element, add it all together into a list, and then let's pass that specifically to the evaluate ook function, so that way we won't worry about anything else. It's just the criteria that we're getting out of any ook syntax, or not, because of regular expressions. Regular expressions are magic. You heard it here first, folks. So for, let's actually just cut that up. Let's do a B... a byte string join. Holy crap! I can't type. X or match -1 for m in self.matches, and we don't need to make that an object property now because it was never used to begin with in the old functionality, right? Slack, stop! What are you doing? Stop that. Okay. I lost my train of thought again. We are removing the self.prefix from our matches object because there's no reason for it to be there because this does not have to persist as a actual object property. This one does though when we actually carve out the code we want to use. So let's print it out. Do we actually have it? Ta-da! This is the hysteria that most people have when they try and program things. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. If any of you guys are also insanely crazy when you're talking to your computer on the internet for some reason. What is this? Okay, yeah, temp ook. Blah, 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 blah. You didn't even do it! Why didn't you even do it? Oh, because I wrote the unit like a stupid unit ook. Did I do that to begin with? As with the friggin' etc. password? I literally. Oh my gosh! I tried to like tell you guys, hey, this is why it doesn't work because it says that it's not going to work right there. But literally, the syntax was wrong for the program that I made. Okay, great. Now we have ook syntax. So if our ook decoder, let's hop back over to our little where is that at? Where's our guy? Where's our decode.fr? Let's remove this and let's verify. Hey, if you execute this, will you get the test ook flag? You will, because it's ook. Blah, blah, blah. So now let's go ahead and actually run this on our self.code that we've already been able to create in a minified way without blindly reading a file. I don't know what regex does, though. Maybe it does that. We are using find all in that case, so maybe it's dangerous. Who cares? Self.code now contains just the ook syntax that we want our ook code to evaluate without any new lines and without any spaces. So we don't need to use those byte or little string manipulation functions that we couldn't use anyway because it was a either io.bufferedReader object or a memory mapped object, and that would be bad. So if the length of code is not divisible by 4, and length of code is not divisible by 2 is 0, then it will die. That's interesting. Is that right? Will ook always be that length? Let's check it out in Sublime Text. Boom! 526 characters. Okay, let's leave it in there. Let's blindly hope that this is actually criteria for ook. Ook should never. Why is divisible by 4 necessary? All right, let's read up on our ook esoteric languages. We're doing a lot of learning today. Ook esoteric language. My phone keeps buzzing. Oh, hey, my Amazon order has been shipped. So today I bought a lot of external hard drives, like a lot, like 10. Like literally, so I got all different colors because I was like, man, I need a place to store my videos. I need a place to store my like books, like ebooks, like hacker books, etc., etc. So I got like a blue one, a gold one, a red one, etc., etc. Okay. So they pretty much just say, yeah, this is literally just brainfuck. I'm gonna get demonetized because of how many times I've said an esoteric programming language name. What is the criteria for this? Does it need to be a length of 2? Oh, wait a second. Our ook probably has to be that because literally each of these maps to something specific. So it has to automatically be an even length string. God. Never be an odd length string. So then if it's not equal to 2, we don't need to do that other operation. That's stupid. Just pass. Just kill yourself if you do that. Don't take my words out of context. Because ook code is going to be braces, and then if we do index in range of 0 to length of code, let's just say ook code can append the translate table, which we have defined up here as a dictionary for the piece of code in there, and that has to be, wait, can I use bytes in that? Oh no. How do I use a byte string that's also an F string in Python 3? Can I do that? Well, no, that's a string. That doesn't need to do that. But, yeah, the key can be a string, but the bytes itself should... The actual brainfuck mapping should probably be bytes. So let's check. Now we should have, eventually, byte strings in here. So let's print out my ook code, with my classic candlelight debugging and just stop the program from executing there. We don't need that return statement anymore. Let's try that. We're learning a lot about ook, everybody. I'm like occasionally looking over at the chat here. Let's see what you do now, stupid program. Blah. Ook is not defined. Probably because that's not the name of a function that I wrote. It's in fact called evaluate ook. That would do it. Run it again. Okay. You did not do anything that I wanted you to do. I need you to give me your brainfuck code, not the actual ook code. This happened. Did we get to evaluate ook? Candlelight debugging. We are evaluating. So I've been told repeatedly that I should actually use... Okay, yeah, you're freaking running the evaluate function. And the evaluate ook function, so you're fine. Did you get to here? Oh, the key error might be bad. That might just flop and... Alright, yeah. We died. I've been told repeatedly that I should get into using like PyCharm or something to be able to use some interpreter or Python debugging stuff. That would probably be handy. What are we dying on? As E. Can I do my little traceback print exec? So if you guys haven't seen this, this is pretty phenomenal. Let me drop some knowledge on you. If you get an error in Python, which you're going to, it's fine. You use some try and except statements. They'll handle your exceptions. They're called exception handlers. It's crazy. Import the traceback module. So that way, even when your exception happens, because you're going to be a good programmer and you're trying to prevent all this from happening, just check out what the traceback was with traceback.printexc. I don't know why that function is named that way. I would expect like print exec or print execute or whatever, but exc is in fact the name of that. And now you can actually have better visibility when you're trying to spot all the holes in the horrible programs that are happening in your program. Like this one. Oh, god dang it. Because those are all bytes. Literally, I need that as a key. I literally need that as a key. So those can be bytes. Those can be bytes. They're going to be bytes. Now you're still wrong. Because the F string is literally interpreting that. And that's stupid. Okay. So let's just remove that. Let's just say command can equal that. So when I'm looking at every command, that's just going to be the byte string. Now it does not need to be used with an F string because that is worthless. And now we can just pass in that command as our index rather than using that F string. That would obviously make things go awry. Okay, now we don't have BF code. Why don't we have... Oh, because it's not BF code anymore. This is why. Ook code, not oof code. Oof. Oof code. We're evaluating and now you have brainfuck code. Look at that. When it works, it just works. If you do it right and you don't screw it up, it just works. Now we can remove our stupid little print statements when we don't know what our code is doing, and then we can return our evaluate brainfuck code. And evaluate brainfuck should take this in. What is input file? Input file is VF. Those are all arguments you could pass along to that specific unit. So we should get our output. And now if we have output, let's go ahead and give it to Katana. So Katana will be able to rip through it and do more recursion on it if we need to. Or just find the flag. Fingers crossed. Nope. Name, evaluate. God dang it. What am I doing? Evaluate oof. Ook. I'm so glad you guys came with me on this journey. Name error. Because BF code is not defined. I should read what's in front of me. It's not always like this, guys. I promise you, it's not always like this. What are you doing? Thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for helping me not be good. What is happening? Evaluate. Oh, because no, no. I need that actual evaluate vein frog. I just didn't have it included. This is stupid. I'm stupid. When you go on the internet and you try and stream for however many people happen to be watching at one time, you literally lose all your brain cells. I'd say this every time because it hasn't changed. It's literally evaluate brainfuck from the brainfuck module. Now you should be good. Probably not. Where are you going? Literally, where are you going? I don't need Katana 2. I need Katana 1. Let's say response can equal this. Let's print out what our response actually is before we go away. It's an empty string. Friggin' fantastic. Why is that? We have our brainfuck code. It's... Oh, that should in fact be... the better name for that actually is brainfuck code. Now we need to translate this to brainfuck. So yeah, let's actually keep that as the BF code name. All that work for literally no reason. Print BF code. And now let's check out what we got one more time. We have our brainfuck code, which is totally fine. Let's go ahead and actually put this in a little temp BF file so we can see how Katana could totally use that. Oh, I'm still inside Katana. No, temp BF for boyfriend. Run Katana with temp BF with the brainfuck unit. And you friggin' do it! Because you know how to evaluate brainfuck. So why don't you do it inside of Ook? I hate you, Katana. Blah. Okay. So what do we got now? What is happening with the response? Is it because it's already a byte stream? We don't get an error. Oh, maybe the timeout value is too low? It's supposed to take in bytes. Because that's what we just had it do. They use target raw for that, which is right. Let's just see how this looks. Inside BF, we'll print that. Let's see what our code looks like inside BF. And now let's try and go back to run our Ook unit. What is Oh. Now you're just straight up... No, that's right. Those are all bytes. Because when you look at that, that is in fact the character. Oh, stop it. For period or plus sign? Plus sign, which is right. Is that mapping wrong? No, because Brainfuck already evaluated that just fine. What is being passed in that's wrong? Input value. Does it actually return it? It does. Inside Brainfuck. That's the commands that we got. All of them are right. This is rough, man. I don't understand why those pieces aren't getting put together. Maybe the timeout's too small, or the input file is wrong. But that gets carried from the exact same inputs as the Brainfuck unit, which works. So, let's see. Because now, when we run it, the ook, we get the input that's passed to Brainfuck as this array of bytes, or at least byte values, not a byte string. So if I do this with the actual Brainfuck unit, we have bytes. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I need to make that a string of characters, a string of byte characters, rather than join them together. Because BF code is going to already be that. If I take a look at BF code, ook, I have a feeling now you're good. Yeah. Now you totally find it. Why aren't you telling me that you found it, you stupid program? That's totally right. Now you work just fine. So we don't need to print this. We don't need to join them. Let's add a little, add some white space in there, and we don't need our print anymore. Did I remove those return characters or something? Is that why things are not being found by Katana? Yeah, because I set a little response variable and didn't do anything with it. So let's return what that returns. And now, boom! We have an ook flag. Okay. So that works just as well. And we could go ahead and actually remove that, all of those ook characters themselves. Would it work? Please, dear God. Still works. I dig that. What about removing the spaces? What you got? Give me some love. Please get a flag. All right. It doesn't even have to queue anything else because we told it to use that. So if we set Katana loose and didn't specifically tell it that this was the ook unit, what would it do? What is the priority? How quickly will it find it? Just like that. 2 unit cases. I dig it. Awesome. Okay. 1 unit has been migrated. We're only 43 minutes in, everybody. Added ook unit. Whoa, what are all these RTCP files? That does not need to be in there. FG, get me out of this. Get rm tech r RTCP. Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't need to deal with the results directory from a random CTF. Although, Daphne, I see you in here. Daphne? Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate. Now, if I get add and I get commit, all of that is still in there. Get out of my life. How's it work? Get rm tac rf RTCP? Did I not do a good job with my get ignore? RTCP directory anything. Git add. Git commit. Much better. Okay. Added the ook unit. Yes. Progress. We're so close. What else do we got? Let's get these out of my life and start fresh. Changes to ook? Yeah. No. Whatever. I don't care. We should do Malboj. That one would be fun. I thought Pikalang would be really fun, though, to do on the stream, because then you guys would just see me Googling pictures of Pikalang, and who knows what could come up from that. I mean, that's obviously going to be Pikachu, but there's still room for error. What do you think? Should we do Pikalang or Malboj? Or whichever one you want. JSFuck, Pite. Pite would be good. The first person to respond with what unit I need to do next, I will do. We're getting some audience engagements. Pikalang. Alright, Sean already got it. You guys are at a disadvantage because of the stream delay. Let's do Pikalang. Pikalang. Oh god. Oh, this one shouldn't be that bad. It's another a little identical ook thing. Yeah. Oh, Blacknet wants Pyatt. All right, Pyatt's next. Well, hopefully, Pikalang won't take us all that long. Let's find out. So, let's go to Katana units, esoteric. Excuse me. Do the same thing in Katana 2. Check out what the original Pikalang looked like. Ooh! Let's see what I have here. From what I have found, there are two renditions of the Pikalang, one of which is a straight mapping to Brainfuck, the other is not. For the latter, I've shamelessly stolen code from this GitHub repo. The Katana code attempts that first. If it fails, it tries to remap to Brainfuck and then just passes it to Brainfuck. It is, quote, Caleb, a hackety hack. Okay, a hacky hack. Ooh! Oh no! What is all this? Oh no, it's all a string. It's literally all a string. And I'd read the entire stream again. No! Oh. Hopefully, this will be a really easy thing to do. But I don't think it will be. Let's check. Let's try it. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and use ook as a new standpoint for Pikalang. Pikalang. And as promised, I think I have to Google Pikalang. Oh, now let's actually open that up. Okay. So again, on the left, I have the new framework. Again, on the right, I have the old framework. We pulled this from a printable data unit, which makes sense because Pikalang obviously has to be printable because it's just the word Pika over and over again. All we try to do is read it. We don't need any more ook stuff. We should use printable data unit. Let's use Pikalang. We don't need to determine any more matches, and our evaluate function is going to look drastically different, so we can go ahead and close that up right now. So we don't need the brainfuck. Oh, we do need the brainfuck again. Yeah, because it does the exact same thing as last time. And we don't need anything else other than that, theoretically. Okay, let's start to slowly move in all of this stolen code and see what breaks, despite the fact that we're no longer using strings. We're using bytes. Oh boy. What is that? Float nan, not a number? That's gonna break a lot of stuff, dude. Alright, do we have any Pikalang like test code? Anyone happen to have any spare Pika-Lang lying around? I know I saw it in a CTF recently. Pika-Lang encoder. Please God, please exist. Decode FR coming back at me. Okay. Let's encode test literally anything. Oh, crap. The problem is this is probably going to be the brainfuck mapping. Dang it! Oh, Black Knight, you're the man. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So, this is probably the brainfuck mapping and not the actual implementation that is different. Or maybe, who knows? Where is that, I should take the actual comment from the old one and not just completely ignore it like I did. Just in case this is potentially useful for the future, like it was for me just now. What do you got? Joel Smith Johnson. What do you got for me? Pikachu Interpreter. Okay. It's literally this. Okay, so I can't decode anything or encode anything with it? Oh, it gives me some examples. Perfect. This gives me a little hello world. And a loop. That looks dangerous. That looks horrendous. Hello world.pika. All right. Let's take this. Get excited. Temp. Let's just call it Pika. Good enough? So, now that we have something to test with, let's try... Oh, we can get rid of those ook pages. And my phone is yet again going off. Anyone go into Tool tonight? Anyone go into the open organization of lockpickers tonight? I did a lockpicking stream some time ago, right? What am I doing? I'm scrolling through Brainfuck, and I don't need to do that. I need to actually run this code now. So over on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, we determine whether or not we have occurrences of P, and that could work, but we can't use .count anymore because raw target is reading in the entire stream. And I want to avoid doing that. And I'm also decoding it all, so it's a regular string. Also a bad idea. We could just ignore that. Also, this friggin' keywords test again. Why is that there? Who wrote this? Okay. Oh, Jesus. I didn't mean to do that. Black just totally, completely clean that. So... we run run. We run the run function. And Pika-Lang args is by default an empty list. So let's try that. Output can equal none. And then we will say output equals run self.target.raw. It's a memory mapped object, so let's see how horrendous everything is. And we need an empty list. Okay. Now let's print out what our output is, and let's go ahead and see how much everything breaks. So now we have new syntax. We're going to be running Python tac m katana tac force to get rid of the results directory. You will specify tacf to specify a flag format. It's just going to be test again with curly braces in there and a regular expression for anything to match inside of it. We'll use the unit Pika-Lang, and we can specify our target as temp directory Pika. Pika was what we called it, right? So, error. Memory mapped object has no attribute split. You're right. It does not. Dot split. Where are you at? Init? That should never have to happen. Does that have to happen? Where did that run? I did it in Pika Reader. Oh, which comes from that. Yeah. L equals file name dot split. We don't need to do that. Do we? I mean, not in this case, obviously. That's kind of a hot swap fix. I mean, we're just going to run into the next bug, see what else is wrong. Int has no attribute strip. Also exactly correct. Oh boy. What is self.lines even going to look like at the end of this? I don't like it. What is this? Oh, this is a dictionary comprehension. What is happening? Wait. These are all of the actual bytes for it, right? So if I were to check out, fire up idle here, do a little CHR on 112, we got P, 105, we got I, so we can see we are growing our Pika. Okay. Pika, and then we have a 97. And what is that, 99? Oh, Pikachu. Duh. 32. 32, what is that? Is that a space? Yeah, okay. So this is just literally reading in all of our text with a iterator as the key and the byte as the value. So line split on forward slashes to 0. What is that there for? Why would there ever be forward slashes in here? We don't need this anymore. Self.line number will iterate. Line equals line that. So we're not getting a real line. Maybe that's a danger. I feel like that's a danger. Because he reads it as a line. And we're going character by character right now. Yeah, Sean, you're right. Why do we need a dictionary? I don't really want to mess with this. I just kind of make a primitive stack. That's cool. Oh, more Slack notifications suddenly. Oh, geez. Hello. You've missed the exciting parts of the stream if you came to hang out now, because we got the ook module working, and now we're trying to work with Pikalang, and Pikalang is known evil. Like, that's where we first found all of the bad deadlocks. We could take Black Note's advice and table this and move to Pyet. That'd be fun. Which would probably be a little bit better, but... Is there a pit package, Nishan? Someone in the chat helping me out. I'm sorry. I didn't hear, or I didn't see you use or mention this pit package. What pit package? Is there a pit package for this? Get out of Katana, you stupid. Pip search. Is that a thing? Yeah. Pikalang. That's a thing. What the what? Alright. Pip Pikalang. This is why I should have just outsourced everything to begin with. Does this just straight up work? Let's do it. Do I have pikalang to begin with? No. Good. So now let's pip install pikalang. See what we got. Import pikalang. Cool. What do I do with this? That's a lot of stuff. Do you guys have actual documentation for this? I'm just being hopeful. Groat World. Ooh. How the heck haven't I seen this before? Have I seen this before? I feel like I've seen this before, because I remember that GIF. Why did I just... Oh, wait. Because of exactly this reason. Because there's the brainfuck derivative, and there's this other derivative. And from what I understand, they are not the same. We can try it, because... Well, no. Alright. Let's table this, and let's go check out what Piet has to offer. We've looked at the temperature for pikalang, and it's hot. There's some room to work on. Maybe I'll do that when I'm not in front of 60 people. Okay. Let's check out Piet. What do we got? I'm still conflicted because of how it's... I think there are two renditions of it, because there's the brainfuck translation and there's the other one that can be seen in that other GitHub. Yes, I am using Ubuntu. Hello, good evening. I'm working on my little pet project, Katana. This one's super easy. If we're going to end up using the Piet unit, Black Note, you probably won't be too interested. This is just calling the npiet executable. npiet probably needs to be installed and actually part of your path, which currently it is not. So let's go get npiet, and let's see what we can do in this exciting Hangout and development stream. You guys want me to flip tables? I see JessFan telling me flip a table. I can flip my laptop. Oh shit, you can see that happen. I can flip this laptop. Alright. Piet. npiet. Try to keep me focused, guys. npiet. This is an interpreter for Piet. Where's the downloads? Latest complete source code. Do you guys have just a binary or just a source code? Not that it matters all that much. Let's go ahead and put this in opt. And let's head over there. Let's just create a new terminal for that so I'm not confused. Opt npiet. What is that? And gunzip file. Okay. What is it? There's a thing for this. tar xzvf. Can I get a tar extraction command right on the first try? No, I can't, because it is gunzipped, not npiet. There we go. Now I don't need z. tar npiet /configure. Do the thing. Do the Linux. Alright, you did it. Now I have a make file, and I can run make, and we fail. Classic. Oh wait, why do we have npiet? That's really weird. What did you fail compiling? Seriously, what did you fail compiling? Alright. Do we have a Hello World program? npiet Hello World. Okay, this is what you guys came to the stream for. Just a bunch of Piet pictures. That would be a fun project. It's just scraping Google for all of the image results that you get when you search for Piet, and then just like an esoteric language, go ahead and determine like, hey, what do all these actually translate to? What do they do? You're like literally trusting Google Images as whether or not it's software to execute that's pretty innocent or straight malware. It's got to be a thing. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this Hello World. You were right there. I thought I had a Hello World program. Radius D. Is that literally? Is that literally it? Seriously? This is Hello World? All right, I'll trust it. Hello. This saved as a GIF. That's kind of janky. Okay. This is our Hello World program. Let's see if Piet can do it. And Piet. No, just friggin' run the... Where even are you? You're in the other terminal. Okay. And Piet on temp... Where did I just save that? Temp hello. Okay. Cannot read from that because it's not a PPM format. I'm confused. What are you talking about? Does it need to be like a PNG file? Piet hello world. This also has an example. It's a GIF. It's a friggin' GIF. Again, .png. Let's just be dark and save it as something that it's not. Again, .png. Unknown PPM format. What is unknown PPM format, guys? Ook. Oof. It's a thing. It's totally a thing. And Piet Edit is an editor to create small Piet programs. I've never seen that before. Fool. Okay. And Piet source code. There's a Windows executable. Oh. If you get an error about running Piet on your download GIF image about an unknown GIF format, just open it with GIMP or another Paint program and save it as PPM or PNG image. Try again and have fun. Okay. There's it running. You sent to Hello World? Blackout, what are you doing? Send it in the Discord that everyone is a part of. You want me to open up your elite super hacker channel? Come on. Piet online decoder. That's a good call. Raya said try and decode it online. How is this? Now this gives me a Hello World program, and that makes no sense. Let's save this one, though. Put him in temp. Hello.png. Can I run that? Temp. Hello.png. Hello.png. Oh my gosh, it does it. Okay. So this unit should be super duper easy then, because this npiet is supposed to just be a dependency. So I'll take this path, and I will nano my bash rc file, which is dangerous PII. You should never share on the internet. Don't let anyone see your bash rc files. Now if I reset... What are you talking about? Yeah, just reset, dude. I think it's... Yeah, I need to actually dot source my bash rc file. Now he's part of my path. Great. Okay. So now let's go ahead and subble npiet, or piet.py. La la. And this is the old framework. That's pikalang. Okay. User bin, we don't need that. Let's actually add a doc string, because I've been doing a bad job of actually documenting literally anything that I just showed you on the stream, and people are going to get angry at me. Piet, esoteric language. This unit will extract the text returned by a given Piet language image using the npiet command line utility. Great, that's documentation if I've ever heard it myself. Dang, holy cow. Dependencies are no longer stored in katana.units, import not applicable, and file unit. Where are you guys even... Oh, no, because you import it from here. Let's get file unit. So you have to pass in a file, in this case. And let me check with binwalk or some of the other units that run another program. I feel like the dependencies variable should now be inside of the actual class rather than outside. So I just want to double check. Yep, it's all in here. And we should probably keep track of our recurse self variables too. We do not need to recurse into ourselves because we will be getting data text out of ourselves. It would not make sense to recurse into ourselves. Have you guys ever done that before? Have you guys ever recursed into yourselves? Let me tell you, it's not a good time. Let me tell you. And Piet. Priority, that has a pretty specific, narrow use case, so it's either going to work or not work. I think it's fine to have a higher priority for that. We tested if it's a URL. Why did we do that? It's a file. And it has the stupid keyword syntax again. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to mute my mic so I have a sip of my water. And you guys don't have to listen to me swallow. Okay, I saw it in OBS. You didn't have to hear any of that. That's good. Here we go. Now that we do not need a constructor because that doesn't do anything. Oh, we do need a constructor because we need to specify that this is in fact an image. Let's take our constructor and make sure we pass that along. We also don't need to specify the proper units here. You can pass along args and keyword args. Is that how that's done? Is that how we did that? Check it out. Get to the BF, which I removed the constructor for literally in this video, so that's pretty useless. Let's go back to our foremost. Yeah, args and quargs. I like that a lot. Args and quargs. Can you guys hear that siren outside? You can probably hear that siren outside. I'm sorry, I'm a real human being. With real problems. But probably not as much problems as this siren is going to go to. We also, what did we put in that evaluate function? The arguments there are case. That's it. And case can be any. We need to take any type from that. From typing, import any. Hooray! I should also do some like type hinting in this, but I can do it later. Horrible methodology. Don't listen to me. So I'm going to end up running npiet with our target and the path because it's a file. We'll keep track of the centered input, centered output, centered error, and we'll read the output for every line. Why do we locate on that? That's horrendous. Because we locate flags in that and then try and recurse on it? That's just a bad idea. I like this framework so much better. So we have a manager now, and that manager, it can register data. And the registered data that we see, for one thing, it'll immediately look for flags in it. It'll add it to our results, and then it will recurse on it. So it does everything in a sane way, rather than letting me be stupid about it and, use different explicit functions that I'm doing them the wrong way. All right, let's register that line in self. There we go. Then we don't even need to use that stupid list there. Is black even on right now? How come my black? Whatever. Is that it? Is that literally all that we need for npyit script? Our npyit unit? Let's try it. We still have our hello.png. Yep. There she is. That obviously says hello. So now let's go ahead and check it out. When we run Python tac m katana tac force tac f, we'll specify the string hello world as actually hello anything as our new flag format, because that's kind of our only testing option that we have right now. Unless anyone wants to make some beautiful Python art for me. That would be awesome. If anyone can make the esoteric programming language Python pictures, that'd be cool. Oh boy. I'm getting Slack notifications. Who is it? Okay. Nothing important. We were at a very crucial moment here, and I should be ashamed for leaving that alone. We're going to run the Python unit on our temp hello.png, and everything broke. Amazing. Keywords. Oh, because we're not pulling from that properly, are we? We don't even need units.file unit. We didn't even import that, you stupid. Okay, good. Geek Panther, hello! And hello to everyone else that said hi to me and I forgot to say hi to. What is happening? Still streaming. My Slack message asked me, "Are you still streaming? Are you done?" I was like, "No, I'm still doing this. Still doing this stuff." Oh, why? It doesn't need keywords equals none. That's the problem. Wait, what? What is this doing? We import a module. We don't need the keywords equals none in there because it's already including keyword arguments, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. Nope, I'm still bad. Oh, inconsistent use of tabs and spaces. Oh. Well, stop. Okay, this person who is messaging me in Slack, right, is telling me, stop saying this conversation that we're having in Slack aloud. What do you think I'm doing in front of my computer right now? I'm literally saying everything that's in front of my face out loud because that's what you're supposed to do when you're streaming. I think, right? Is that what people do when they stream? I wouldn't know. Okay, run Python against the image. Run npyt against the image. Recurse on all output. Look for flags. This Slack message is really getting out of hand. Look for flags, add the data, add the results, and recurse on all outputs. Okay. npyt should now be good. Oh my god. It's in file unit. That's the problem. It's not units anymore. Because I'm stupid. That's the problem. Missing dependency and Pyat. Bro, I forgot to source my stupid bashrc file. That's stupid. Holy crap. I need subprocess now. The Slack message has finally stopped. It did it! Pyat now works. Alright, everybody. It even had a... Wait, did it have a new line? I'm getting a spam call, it looks like. Let's mute that. Okay. Now you might potentially have a flag in Pyat. And the Pyat function works. That unit is in place. Git add, git commit, added the Pyat unit. Success! The most esoteric unit that no one would ever possibly need is complete! Oh, Nafal, you're the best. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah, is there a flag for that? Where did you send it? Is that in Discord? Bro, dog. You're the man! Oh my gosh! Alright, we have a fantastic submission to Pyat where I can specify a flag format. So we're going to get a real CTF challenge to check out. I don't remember what's in our previous message history, so maybe there's nothing horrendously bad. Use this one with RITSec. Okay? So this is our thing. Let's save this image. Temp RITSec. Bro, I saw RITSec at ShmooCon this past weekend. The flag format is RITSec. Like that. Okay. Wow, I made that Discord bigger than I needed to. What am I doing now? Am I still in my virtual environment? Maybe. Probably because it removed the source env bin activate. Good. I have this temp ritsec.png, which should theoretically work. Fingers crossed. And now we can go ahead and see if our script will work. Tac force tac f RITSec. Let's specify that we do want to use Pyat first, and then let's modify it so that it doesn't have to, so it can figure it out on itself. Ritsec.png, no. Oh, why do you not have friggin' npyat as a command? I literally just had you do this. Alright, new terminal, where I can run npyat, perfect. Now let's get to Katana, activate our stinking virtual machine, virtual environment, and then do the thing. Tac force. This would be really cool if this works. I'm pretty pleased. Pyat temp RITSec. Please God. Oh no! He's still doing his thing. He's still thinking. This is weird. What are you still doing? You're still running. We got this guy running. I think it's target view, right? And he doesn't have anything yet. What are you doing, dude? Alright. Check out if npyat will just view him on his own. RITSec.png. Friggin', of course. Haven't updated my path yet. Now can I run npyit? I can. Does npyit just choke on this? Because that's what's happening. How else can you solve this? How else is this done? Okay. Well, gee. We could just let it go, but it feels like it's taking a while. How big is this image? RIT-sec. That's literally it. Yeah. It may just be doing the algorithm in the background. Ugh. Like, is it running an actual program now that I have to interact with? Give flag. Give me the flag. Text messages are back. Random thought, this person says. I'm going to take a break and drink some water. I'm going to mute my microphone so you don't hear it. Hey, Cameron. Good to see you too. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to all of you guys for joining me on the stream. You totally didn't have to. Not a whole lot going on. Just me bumping around in my terminal as I do. Hello.png. So when we explicitly tell it to use Pyit, that works just fine. If we don't, and Katana tries to figure it out on itself, it finds it immediately. Brainfuck has an issue. What are you doing over there, buddy? What's wrong? Did you lose your code pointer? You did. What's the problem there? Ugh. It happens every time. Oh, it's your key error. You're just muffing up. Alright. We can fix that. Go to Brainfuck. Get a little key error. Let's just turn off all of our error notification. We'll call it a day. Brainfuck works. Now you should behave and stop whining about Brainfuck. Okay. Good. And it only took you 2 test cases to figure out in less than 1/10 of a second that this is Pyit because your priority is way up there. If you have a PNG image, try it with Pyit. Good job, Katana. Alright, corrected Brainfuck. What's next? And don't say Pikalang. What unit should we do next, friends? Or should we call it a day? We're at an hour and a half. Rename it to Cortana. Ooh, that'd be great. Make another example work with npyit. Okay. Make a unit for Oni. I forget what Oni was. Honestly, I feel like we could make this solve number locker. I don't think I ended up doing Oni personally, but because I did number locker, I might be able to figure it out. Alright, we need another example to work with npyit. So let's try one. Prime number test. That's a bad idea. Piet esoteric language. La 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 la. Should we just like figure out what this does? Should we just like grab something and hope that it doesn't open a reverse shell backdoor into my computer? I'm sorry, I'm really embarrassed about that. What is that thing? This one looks like disturbing. So let's use this guy. Piet hello 2 big. Are you just another hello world? Is that all you are? Temp. We'll overwrite the again image. How about that? And let's go back to our terminal. Let's run a flag format of anything, just so we know that Piet worked. And let's say again, and we'll tell it to specifically use Piet. What do you got? Oh, what is happening? Piet's still doing his thing. What do these freaking scripts have? And Piet will run temp again. Hello world, question mark? Oh, it reads input. Oh no. We should set a timeout for that. Can we set a timeout for that? We did it with Brainfuck, or at least we made the illusion of it doing it in Brainfuck. As in, we started a timer and then didn't do anything with it. That's it. We literally stood start time equals this. Crap. I don't know how to do that. There's no way to monitor. Like, without a sister thread, I don't know a good way to monitor how long this process is taking. Wait, can subprocess just run with a timeout? Subprocess timeout. Maybe we can put a little stupid gig in this. Yeah! That can run with the timeout! Question is, if it's killed, will we still get all of our output? Let's find out. That's just running in the background forever now. My computer has a little zombie process. So, Piet, let's run with... Oh, npiet has attack E option? What is that? I guess I should probably read the man page of the program that I'm trying to use. Man page? Yeah, you don't have that. Npiet. What is attack capital E option? What is that attack capital E that you're saying, Nafal? Yeah. So execution steps. Well, we'll never know how much execution steps to give. I feel like the timeout is a fine idea. For subprocess. Okay, thank you, Black. Now you did your thing. Question is, if we do that, will it still get the output? Not a problem. Blah blah. Type error with message in it. Got expected timeout. Timeout. Can that not happen in a subprocess? That looks totally fine. Why can't I do that? Popin. Popin does not have a timeout keyword argument. On the online compiler, it uses E1000 to skip input. What? Where'd you guys track that down? Okay, I mean, we can do that. That's a fine idea. We won't need to worry about that. Let's try it. NPy it. Let's type tag E that value. It said so on the website. Are you talking about the website that I didn't read? Okay. Let's ignore that. Now what are you doing? Oh god. Oh god. Because we matched literally everything. That's bloody. And it's a couple boogers over there. Hello world, Caesar 255. Okay, so we know that it's going to end up using 255, or hello world as part of the output. So let's do that hello. I'm confused why this is still taking some time, though. What are you doing, Katana? What you doing? Status. Oh god. Ook! You're getting the key errors again. You weren't supposed to have those. Well, Brainfuck is the one that we removed, but Ook, I guess, shouldn't particularly have that either, now that he's kind of done developing. Stop that! Did I do that wrong? Like, was that the wrong implementation of it? Let's check it out. Let's do npy tag E with that on temp again. Hello world! And yet I still have input open. Dislike. Unsubscribe. Just kidding, don't actually. Don't do that. If you even are subscribed. I don't pretend that you are. Okay. Let us go back to the timeout option. I think we can use communicate. And communicate has a timeout option for it. Because that will ask us to send an input, which we may or may not need to. What should that input be? I mean, we could just send something. What should we send? Whatever. Does wait do something? I've seen p.wait in a lot of others. Wait takes a timeout too. Nice. Will I still get my output? I think I will, because we saw that just a moment ago. Running, timeout expired. Oh! If we raise a timeout expired, we still probably want to do that. Except, what is that? Subprocess.timeout expired. Subprocess.timeout expired. Pass. If the timeout happened, that's fine. Return what we have anyway. So it runs. After 2 seconds, it might die. Maybe? That's bad. What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you running on? What did we set the flag to be? Hello? Yeah, which is right. We should still get a line output. So get the timeout, pass, and show me your new output. What are you doing? Timeout expired. Oh, what? Excuse me? It only took you 20 seconds? And me to stop you? Blah, blah, blah. Timeout expired. Great. You should be done. What? You still have the line. I'm yawning, guys. This is bad. We gotta end this pretty soon. Oh yeah, maybe the RIT-sec one was just like waiting. No, no, no. This probably needed something behind it. So time had expired. But what? You still had centered output. p.centeredout.read. Let's just read the whole thing. See if we get that chunk. You get nothing. Gosh. I don't like. And I am fading out of energy. I'm losing thought. Primarily because of this stupid light. I try to record my videos with a light now. I don't know if you can see him, but it's pretty stinking bright. Okay. I'm getting the hysteria point more so than usual, so hope you guys have had fun. I still feel like Pyat works. I mean, obviously, if it just displays the flag. I don't know what the timeout's being funky. It times out, but do I need to p-kill it afterwards? Yeah, in this case, the light. Oh no. Black Knight, you said turn the light off. And you can see how dark I am. And dismal. Let me just kill it after that. And let's see how it looks. Will that work? Or is it already dead? What the what? I just needed to kill the program. Obviously, of course. You wouldn't think that a timeout would do that, would you? Honestly, I think 1 full second is enough. Personally. Stop the process. Okay. After a second, if it's asking for input, it doesn't matter. It'll still get the flag. Theoretically, the flag in this case. We don't have anything to be able to create Pyat output, I think. Excuse me, maybe npyat editor would be able to do interesting things with that. That's a thing, right? npyat edit. How do I do? Ooh, what is this? Oh, what is this? I don't know what's happening. How do I use this program? It's paint, dude. It's This is programming on a new level. Enlarge or shrink. Oh, they're allowed to be like 8 bits. What should we draw, guys? How should we end this video? How should we end this Hangout stream? First of all, I need to get rid of all these. I have a touch screen, so I can be like a nerd and. I feel like if I were to draw a smiley face and then decode it, it would be like a syntax error. This wouldn't work. Load again.png. Oh, that's a good idea. I guess I can't load anything. Lame. Alright. I don't think we have anything else that we could particularly work with or run. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark, so I'm burning out. Thank you guys for hanging out. What did we get done? What did we do? We didn't really get much, did we? Oh, we don't need the friggin' and buy it tech key anymore. Try the new solution image I sent John. I made sure it works. Oh, okay. So Nafal just sent me something new. Another solution image that he verified theoretically would work. So temp solution. Now that that exists, we don't need to push just yet. Let's verify this to get some good fireworks for it. Python tech-m katana. Alright, tsec. Let's specify we are using pyit, and let's use the temp of solution.jpg. Burns through it, and it doesn't find anything. Wah! I think our timeout ruined that for us. Did we just shoot ourselves in the foot by doing that? Running npyit on it still does nothing. Oh, also probably need the E step as it loops. What? Alright. So maybe I should keep that in there. Trying it with tag E still gives me an error. So, should it be displaying anything at all? I mean, obviously, okay, we hit the number of steps, now we're just going to cripple ourselves. Use the GitHub version. Where is that at? Is that a thing? Yeah, maybe Discord's doing something weird thing. Sent. Okay. Holy cow. This is some hardcore intensity. Final.png. Final.png. Wah! If I use it without, it's just nonsense. It's just noise. Amazing. So it just does that a ton. We could still do that without. Could we? Because it'll time out and then it'll find it. What the pyit leet? We are printing that out and we don't need to. Black Note, you're the man. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you. Big brain. We should, I think, you're right, keep that TAC E in there, though. On the off chance that we have programs that do nonsense. Wow! The unit works! literally just run someone else's tool. But we don't have to tell it pie it, and it will do other things like steg solve or steg hide or z steg or j steg or literally anything else. So I guess that is kind of neat and kind of cool. Is that the right flag? I think that's the right flag. So I don't think Malboj would be too bad to do. Would that give me a second wind? Should I do another one just to? Is it pronounced Pete? Yeah. So how would AES module encryption standards work? That was probably stupid. It's just stupid Discord. Cool. Thanks for sticking with it. Thanks for sending me that. That's pretty awesome. What does Malboj look like? Oh god. Never mind. I don't really want to do that. That's a whole nother like stack recreation. JSfuck is doable. Is it? How big is that? What is that done with? Oh, it's done with a literal JavaScript file. And I run Node with it. That's not too bad. And between that, Pikalang, Malboj, and Cow, those are the only other esoteric languages we have so far. I think Rockstar is another esoteric one, or another esoteric language that I should kind of bump around with. And what else do we have in needs? Web units, I think, need to be modified. Let's check it out. Migrations. If I could type. Web still needs to be kind of migrated for some of them. We can cross out Pyit now. And StegSolve I should do and test a bit more. So, okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, press the dislike button twice so I know you didn't like it that much. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Hope to do more of these soon. Hope to keep working through Katana and getting it ready for you. How do I stop? How do I stop the stream? Where's the stop button?